has been started. Yes,
Okay, so we are doing two versus two after quite some time now, and we have one new phase. So the topic for today is social media. Social media affecting our life positively or negatively. Mm. And we are speaking against it, me and Kim, and Keman and Reza are speaking uh,
in the favor.
in
on
favor.
the positive side. We'll take 2 minutes to ideate, and then we will start. Yes.
Yeah, start editing. Is it time? 2 minutes. Kim, do you need more time, or shall we start?
No, it's fine. You can start.
Please just start.
Okay. So my first point will be in olden times. I'm in favor of the topic positives of social media. Okay. So my first point will be in olden times when we had no internet, it was very easy, difficult for us to communicate with the people we love, like our loved ones. Now in recent times, it is easier to communicate through WhatsApp or many social media platforms allow us to do that. Okay, secondly, payments can be easily done. Like if you want to send money or get money from somewhere, it's very easier. Okay, it's easier. Also, it is easier to put forward the ideas and identify people. Say we need someone to fix our tech, for example. We can just uh, Google, like on Google, we can find any contact, right? Like a plumber or any person you need to fix your anything at home or even elsewhere. Yeah. Kemal.
Okay, what makes us human special is our ability to socialize, to talk, to communicate, and to take our ideas forward. And I think social media is a current scenario, where like currently social media is present, and we have been using it since a long time, and like it has immense of benefits. First thing which I would like to say, which is how it influences us, is like I never knew there was Veerbhadra festival celebrated in Goa, or I never knew there was Fest in Goa. Like I came to know a lot about my culture through social media when there were so many influencers who put up there. So first and foremost, the major advantage is the cultural impact, that I understand my own culture, I understand the culture of other people as well. Second, like you can communicate again to anybody from any part of the world. Like even Teresa mentioned, like it's easier to communicate with your close ones through social media who is there in any part of the world. Third is it influences, it gives you peace of meme, like fun through memes and all. So this is what another advantage is. Fourth, it keeps you in align, it aligns you with the trends. Like you understand that there is AI now, there's so many things that could be done on AI. So you understand it through social media, and that is one of the greatest advantage of that. Like you are aware of your surrounding. Fifth, I would like to draw one experience from Triza's life. Like she has got some brand deals, some job deals through social media, through art or anything. So this is one another thing I would like to say, that it gives you some good job opportunities as well. Fifth, as also Triza mentioned about ideas. Ideas can be social media can be route to many ideas, and yeah, these are some of my points which I have had on social media and why it is positively influencing us. Yeah, over to Kim.
Okay, so I am debating against social media. The major drawback that I would like to highlight is the reduced attention span. For example, nowadays we are constantly on our phones on Instagram scrolling through reels. Each reel is a 30-second video, and we are just scrolling through it. We want fast information. So, this has reduced our ability to focus on our tasks. And for example, when we are preparing for an exam, after every 15 minutes, we feel the need to go to social media, scroll a few reels. So I feel like it has induced a reduced attention span and a lack of focus. We have also heard about a new a kind of disorder coming up called ADHD, attention deficient hyper disorder. I feel it could be a product of, it could be one of the consequences of social media and increased scrolling. Then another thing I would like to focus on is the influencers, like you all stated, that influencers influence the people watching it incredibly. But this could also lead to instilling a sense of dissatisfaction among the viewers. Like, for example, if I'm constantly watching people traveling or eating out in fancy restaurants, and I'm not doing that, maybe because of my financial situation, or maybe my schedule that doesn't permit me to do it, then it installs a lot of dissatisfaction in me that my life is not up to the mark or to a certain level. So that is another point that I would like to focus on. Another thing is that I feel like people are not really living in the moment. The major emphasis is given to getting maybe the perfect picture. When I'm on a vacation, I need a picture in the best tourist destination or the best possible angle. And I'm not really living in the moment. I'm rather focused on getting good pictures for the sake of social media. So that could be another disadvantage. Another thing I like to focus on is the standard of living again. These could be like multi-billionaires, who are not even actually spending the amount they're earning. It could just be like a small fraction of the interest they're earning on their money that they're spending on these fancy vacations. But for someone of a lower income, it could be the entire stream of income that they are spending on one particular vacation. So this is a big thing. I think this it highlights a lot in the standard of living and the income and stuff like that, and the reduced productivity because of a reduced ability to focus. That's all I'd like to say. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very well said, Kim. Also, adding some points, like social media has become so good now that the algorithm is trained in such a way that you are like tend to focus too much on the social media, and like you won't really realize when your time vanishes. And also, social media is full of fake news. and lots of fake people who don't really know what's real and what's fake. People can just post anything by just photoshopping and any other software and not really enjoying it as such. And also there are various trolls on social media, like whenever you post something or like whenever you show your art, there could be a possibility that there could be many haters who like spread so much of negativity that it can affect the people's mental health also. Yeah, and there is also a possibility of lots of scams happening due to social media because it's sometimes difficult to track, and they become so good that you they look so genuine, but actually they are fake. So like safeguarding anyone from the social media is like not really easy nowadays. Yeah.
Yeah. So this was our point discussion session. Now we'll be in rebuttal session where we will be asking questions to each other. You all go ahead. Shall we go ahead? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all have mentioned a lot about like having FOMO or having having FOMO and not reaching to that level as shown by social media. But don't you all think that is a problem of human control and human mindset rather than social media? Like we should improve onto what we are if we should be able not to compare ourselves, and we should do our best and make the use of the platform in a very good manner. Am I audible?
Yes.
So don't you all think that that is not the problem of social media, but that is problem of us human only?
I mean, you're not entirely right or entirely wrong. It's not like we have 100% control over the material that we consume. It's indirectly or directly going to have some kind of impact on our psychology. So if we are like constantly scrolling on reels and we're constantly on our phone, I don't think we have that much of a control as over having a limited usage over social media. So yeah, partially we do have a control, and then if we overdo it, then I guess we have to face the psychological impacts of it. I have to say. Ayush.
Also, like even if the person have the control over the social media, but still the algorithm is trained in such a way that even if you like block those apps, you still feel like using it because like there are various parameters because they make you to use it again and again and again.
I think it's also very manipulative. Like for example, if I was maybe looking for certain items on Myntra, suppose I'm looking for a certain kind of a wear, then I just see that I'm getting all ads of a similar kind of a maybe like a if I was looking for salwars on Myntra, then I'll just keep getting suggestions of it on Instagram, ads of it on Instagram. So in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking about it. So I think it does impact you maybe involuntarily, not under your control entirely.
Does you have anything to add?
Okay, so it was easier to communicate in the past, no? Like through, like now. I mean, now it's easier to communicate because we have many platforms which allow us to do that. Um, in your olden times, like I mean, if we didn't have social media, which we have now, how would you like overcome this problem? Is like if there were people you want, you need, like say you have something at home that is not being done, like so, like social media allows us to get access to these people like faster because we can communicate faster, right? So how would you do it without social media?
Like we have to draw the line between what is social media and what is a messenger. Like a messenger can do the task of communicating, and it's not really a social media. Social media is a platform where you can like share your thoughts to a bigger audience, not just one-on-one conversation, though it is a part of social media. Like if we only stick to the messenger tools like WhatsApp or Telegram, you can easily do the communication part and without getting all the keeping the distraction away. Like if we do the similarly on any other social media like Instagram or Facebook, it is very addictive, and as he mentioned about the like you get similar products like which you've seen in the past, and it becomes very difficult to control that.
Firstly, I would not really agree to this because social media is WhatsApp also comes under social media, and also to mention about the algorithms part. Like there are features on the social media. Is the voice uh, clear? Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes.
Yeah,
Uh, Also mentioning about algorithms aside, like there is also this option available in Instagram and all to delete your algorithm, like like start from the fresh, like you can delete your algorithm and all the suggestions goes. So there are many options available on the social media itself to block certain algorithm, block certain apps, and like to take it forward, like make good of use of it.
If such blocks are already present in the social media, so you are indirectly saying that social media is bad. That's why there are certain blocks, right?
No, I'm not saying that social media is bad. I'm trying to say that social media is trying to solve the problem which can be which we can have.
Even on other apps, we see that it keeps getting better. We get an option to update the app, so it tries solving its problems.
And another question, like it wasn't really answered. Like Triza asked you, like how can the communication be easier? Like even if you want to communicate with some alumni or somebody who have taken the course, like it is good to, like if you are going to any school and there are some students of in the course, it's good to communicate to them and get a good idea. Like if there's no social media, how will you even do it? Like you'll be so disconnected to the world. How are you trying to face this issue?
I think there's no denial of this fact. Social media did help us with the communication part of it, but maybe like excessive usage of it has dampened some areas. Like, for example, maybe always having the ability to be in contact with people has kind of maybe reduced in some people the ability to connect deeply with the rest of them. So maybe that, but it did. I mean, you can't completely disagree that it did not help us into the communication area.
Any questions?
How would you all say that how would you all be in favor of social media against all these topics that we have said with respect to installing a sense of dishappiness, unhappiness in people?
I think like since social media is like currently it is present, like okay, one thing I would like to say is like we should, as a human, we should know like what our limits are, and we should try to understand that certain, like we should use social media in this much time, that much time, to be very productive. Otherwise, like I think this is the like only solution to that. And also social media also provides some other helps, like you can get some you can know some therapist, like if you are like very deeply addicted to that, you can always go for some any therapy and like get out from that. Riza, do you have anything to add?
I think people have to practice time management also to like not waste their time on social media. Also, we shouldn't like compare ourselves to the lives we see online, because it is wrong to compare ourselves to them, and that and yeah. So that would be one point. Yeah.
Also, I would like to raise one point that we haven't thought about. Like we are aware of whatever is happening in any part of the world through social media. Like we come to know that there's so and so thing happening which might be not covered in the like daily news media, but due to many reasons, maybe because of TRP and all. But it is covered in social media. Like there are some influencers who go to certain parts of the region of the world and they tell certain stories. And like as I've also started with speaking about Veerbhadra and like Toshache Fest, which I never knew about Goa. So yeah, these are some of the statements. Like it makes you aware about your surrounding, and that is not possible without social media. And the other like disadvantage which you have mentioned, like it depends on wholly on the person, like how to deal with that. And there are also some like options and some use cases from social media itself to tackle that.
And sometimes the other person also has to be aware of what is going on. Sometimes there are these scams that are happening and people are not aware, and they given information which is not supposed to be out, so that is how they get scammed. So sometimes it is the person's fault also.
Like as Heyman mentioned about the influencer part, like you came to know about certain events that which were happening in Goa or anywhere, but there is also a possibility that the person could only show the only the certain part of the event and not the negative side. Like then it could be also biased. They could be also be paid to only show this part. It could be like a paid promotion and hiding the negative aspects of it.
But now there's a lot of information available. So before blindly trusting that person, you can go online and search on that particular space, like place or the topic, and
Yeah, even I have to say the same. Like you are master of your own life. Like you have so many options through social media itself. Like you can be very educative and decide whatever is correct for you.
But again, like if you like constantly follow some person and if you believe him, like in his past if he has done everything good, like he has shown only the correct content, but in the future if some like due to some greed, due to like if they give him extra money, then he can also like flip, right? And like he can't always be a perfect person,
Yeah,
as we not all humans are perfect.
that
And I feel it also depends on your age group. Like, for example, if someone older, about 50 or 60, is watching this content on YouTube, for example, any of these life hacks or whatever, they'll, I feel, believe it more easily as compared to someone who has the ability to go research for themselves and, educate themselves on the topic. Someone, most of that kind of a age group will just go for whatever they see. Secondly, I feel like social media could be used as a tool to spread hate among certain communities who want to divide the society, or something like a political bias or something like that. Those kind of uh, motives can also be easily carried out through social media among the people who are, I wouldn't say ignorant, but they don't really have the ability to research by themselves a lot, and they just are used to consuming information that is, and believing the information to be true, that's available on social media.
uh, Twiza, you want to go ahead? Okay, that is actually a very well concern, like valid concern to have. And yeah, you all mentioned that could be brainwashing, or there could be some certain. Okay, let me start with Ayush's first question. Like a person might be good, very good first, and then he might be like he can get influenced by get some money, and he can do some bias. To tackle with that, I think social media also provides also, as we have mentioned, there's options like there'll be somebody who will raise voice. Like even you have the authority to raise your voice. Like there'll always be somebody to raise voice, and you can think after that, even the in the comment section, or any other YouTube channel also. So that could be done. But speaking about hate comments, and like many a times there is like government comes into the picture, and there's some FIRs conducted, or there's any jail given to the person like who is spreading some hate, or any maybe adult content on the social media, or anything such. So I think government somewhere has some like power to deal with that. And yeah, Lisa, you want to add anything?
and I think it is the person's fault. It is his morals that tells him to do that, and not social media that's influencing him to do it.
Yeah.
But also there is another concern, like a recent example of somewhere in the India's
Correct.
Got Latent episode, where there was given too much attention and some other issues which our country was facing were ignored. Like, uh, it's not really whatever the people want, they can promote certain kind of content only, and some real concerns could be left behind.
Mm, Ayush, can you tell me the question again? I do not really get.
Uh,
Elaborate.
so basically, like you do not have the choice like which content is going like in viral, or
Yeah.
which concerns are in like main picture right now. Like that controversy was of course a issue, but not that big issue, like the hype which it got. I don't think it was that much necessary. If social media wasn't present, then it wouldn't be such a big issue, right?
Mm, like I think again, I would strongly believe that social media provides so many advantages, but there is something which goes off, like as Ayush mentioned. But like I think if we are going on India's Got Latent, if we are audience of India's Got Latent, then we should be able to tackle with that. Like that we should understand that there'll be adult jokes, or there'll be something in that case, or this is a topic of another debate maybe. But we should understand as an audience to how to deal with whoever like It completely depends on audience, like what they are preferring. Like if I have any educational videos, like if I'm going on Kurzgesagt, art, or if I'm going on any DIY videos, then I cannot expect them to crack such memes or jokes, adult jokes. So it like we have so many options, so we should know like whom to choose again.
But I think what Ayush was trying to say is that if you see the media of the country, for example, take any news channel, just because on social media this issue of Samay Rena was trending, the discussion that was going on those news channels were about him, right? And certain issues that were more importance were not being talked about. So he's saying that issues that are not of that much importance are being highlighted when issues of more importance should have been spoken about at that point of time because of social media.
And if there was no
But
social.
it also depends on the people, no, like if there is a huge say a section of people who support the topic, then there will be more controversy that's happening on that particular topic. Like there are many viewers who watch this latent, so then they'll promote that channel more, and there will be more news like about that particular topic, like.
Yes, and also also to speak about like media, if there was no social media, then certain scenario which makes us humans more evolved, which makes us human more understood, like we which makes us to think more, like this of this issue was raised, and we can have a discussion that this topic should be considered or not. That initiation is done through social media only, and if it was not there, then we as a human would have not spoken much, and that ability to communicate more will would just go.
Also because of this issue, like the guy who was involved in the same issue, he got to know that what he's doing is wrong, so henceforward he won't do it
Yes. So I
because
think,
of social media itself.
shall we go on conclusion part, because there's no more points, I guess. Or do you have anything to say, Kim?
No, I'm done.
Okay. So let us conclude. I and Priza going first. Priza, go ahead.
So I think social media has many benefits. Like it has increased the amount of communication between people, or it is easier for people to find jobs and many other advantages. Um, Also, if there was no social media, I think life would be very difficult. It would be very even when it comes to technology, like it would be difficult for us to work with things, and yeah.
I truly agree to Teresa, and I totally support the ideology that social media is a very boon to us, and we should make great use of it.
Okay. So I was speaking about being against social media, and my major is concepts that might not really be true in reality.
Kim, I'm so sorry,
It,
you were stuck for some time. Can you repeat?
yeah, so I was speaking against social media, and my main key points were that it idolizes concepts that might not be true in reality. It reduces attention span and focus due to constant usage of social media apps, and it allows us to be influenced by sources whose authenticity might not be known, and it doesn't allow us to live in the moment. That's all.
Uh, just to conclude, like it's very difficult in the world of social media to differentiate what is real and what is fake. There are many fake peoples, many fake newses which can get circulated very easily. The topics which doesn't require too much attention could be uh, easily spread out, and yeah, there could be various trolls who like always try to pull you down because uh, it's easier to speak when you're not like facing the person. It's easier to like a keyboard warrior. You can easily comment on anyone's work than rather than saying face to face. Yeah.
So this was our debate, and now let us give feedback to each other. Starting from Ayush, start feedback. Okay,
I'll go later. You go first.
okay, I'll go first.
Like, I'll need to think for what.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. One feedback to Teresa. Introduce the topic first. Okay, don't go like the first point is like introduce, play with the topic in the start. Otherwise, you are good, very good. Ani came look into the camera. This is the first time, but look into the camera while speaking. Or maybe
Okay.
is it because we are like four ahead? Is it because of that?
I think the camera is on top, right? I was looking down at your faces, so maybe that's why.
Yes.
That could be issue. Yeah. Maybe even I am looking like that. Like I don't know. Like, am I looking into camera while speaking?
Not really. I think you're looking downwards only.
Oh, okay. So okay, I understood that.
Just the line of sight is downwards, but
Downwards.
your face is upright. Yeah.
Okay. Otherwise, you had very good points, Kim. Like you were bold, like first time,
Thank you.
considering first time. It was really good.
Thank you.
And Ayush was good, and Teresa, you were also good. Yeah. Any feedbacks?
One could be like from their side.
Anyway,
No, like
like additional points you're saying?
additional points.
No, just give
No, that is
feedback.
total.
Yeah,
That
we'll
is
do.
Feedback.
total. Feedback. Yeah. Give me good points.
She had really
Thank you.
bold points.
Yes.
ADHD, that was a good thing. Like I don't really know what it is,
Yeah.
but like,
It's like you cannot focus on one thing. You just want to shift from one task to another because
hmm
of your reduced span,
hmm
attention span.
if there are no feedbacks, shall we go ahead?
Yeah.
Is anything to add?
Yes.
So okay, the next thing what we do is we Kim, I'm audible,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so what we do is we
Yes.
think from the other perspective because we should also think from that side. So we'll take 1 minute to think. You will be thinking from our perspective, and we will be thinking from your perspective, and mostly try to add additional points rather than repeating the same stuff, or tells how we could have presented it in a more better way. Okay, time starts now. Do you need more time?
Uh, shall I start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
One point you could have mentioned was about like social media has created it's an industry in itself and has created many job opportunities. Like from the content part of view, maybe like graphic designer or video editors, and also Instagram. On Instagram, there are various businesses who starts on Instagram, like maybe like uh, selling T-shirts or anything, something like that. So something on that line.
Yes.
Yeah. I would like to add a similar point. What I thought of was it has created a lot of work from home opportunities, especially for maybe like new mothers or homemakers whose first priority can be their family, and they just work for maybe like a side source of income. So social media has created a lot of those kind of opportunities, work from home opportunities. Yeah, that's all.
I really agree to both the points. Like we type of mentioned that we get good deals, but we did not say about what type of job. So like it would have given more clarity, right, Teresa?
Yeah.
Yes.
Anything to add from their perspective?
Another point I think I would want to add is that during COVID, if there was no social
No.
media, then it would be very difficult for us to communicate.
Yes, yes.
Like even in schools and like school teacher meetings, like I mean, the classroom and teacher meetings would be very difficult without social.
Even
Yeah.
I agree. Yes. Anything from their perspective, Teresa, you want to add?
They could add one point about that recent controversy on that the Ghibli art trend that went viral. Uh, it gave more like it gave more importance to the art that was generated by AI than the artist. So yeah,
Okay, yeah.
one point,
Yeah.
an example.
One point I have is you all did not mention anything about distractions. Did you all mention anything about distraction? Like social media could be like distracting you
I
from the
think
main
Kim
topic.
did, no?
Akim
Yeah.
did. Okay,
I think so.
I think I own. And one more thing about health, like eyes and like sleep cycle will be affected. That could have been a point. And one point
Yeah,
is
that.
like when I said about that a human should be master of his life, but you could have said that maybe children are there, small children who are like they are even banned to use social media, but they're still using the social media, maybe from hiding from parents or anything. That is our major concern, to be honest. Like young minds are getting very like they are getting polluted.
Yeah,
Like their
playtime
mindset
also
is
has
being
reduced.
yes. So that you could have said about the young children. Yeah, this was some only 3 points which I think you all should have mentioned. Yeah, the next part is we have a GD, we have a group discussion on like how we could like this is not we are not having any sides. We're just talking as a topic as a social media and how we can improve social media or how you can use social media more effectively. Yeah, Ayush, could you start with it?
Mm, like it depends on person. Like if you have control, then you can like it's like a double-edged sword. It depends how you use it, and if you use it well, then it will be a very good leverage. And if you don't use it well, then it will take you down. Like, yeah.
Uh,
I
yeah.
think we can also monitor our usage. For example, if we go on Instagram and we track our activity, the app exactly tells us every day how much we've used that particular app. So if we decide that we do not want to use it for over an hour or two per day, we can accordingly track our activity and limit our usage to the app. That
Yes.
would be one thing.
Yeah, I even I feel so that it totally depends on the person. Like there are many advantages of social media, but then like other concern we had like about hate speeches could be populated, and it's not very easy to have control over such things. Like anything could get trended. Like how do we have to like face this? Like do you have any solutions? Like there could be a influencer who brainwashes the community he or she has, and it's not very easy for us to go outside that. Uh, yeah. So do you have any solution? Oh shit! Just a second.
Brainwashing in the sense, Kiman.
Brainwashing in the sense
Explain.
like there could be some influencer like who will be spreading some hate in the community or something like that. Like no examples, but there could be possibility, right? Which could
Yeah.
be yeah.
We could maybe put a comment there, like putting our side out, what we think about that. Or and also there is an option for reporting, right? Maybe
Uh-huh.
we could do
Report.
yeah.
Reporting is a good solution.
Report and say also that we are not interested in this kind of content and maybe mention the reason why,
Hmm.
something like that.
Also, Instagram gives that option now to like if you are interested, you click on interested.
Uh,
Otherwise,
Not
there is an
interested.
option for
yeah.
not interested.
Also, this data could be made public. Like we can should be able to see like how many people have reported this a particular person for
Mm.
what reasons, and through that it will be easier to like whenever you see someone like any new influencer, you can just see this data, and if you see like there are many why he was reported, then it will be easier. But again, possible to manipulate this data also.
Yeah. Yes. Mm, and yes, even I think like I like totally agree to you all. And also there should be some influence of government somewhere. Like if there is too much hate spread, I think that should be carried forward.
Yeah. They can maybe monitor and then take down those posts accordingly.
Yeah, like how are the FIRs conducted? Can we just screenshot the social media and directly? Do you all have any idea about how is that done? Like if I have to complain that so and so person is spreading hate speech, can I do that
I think you can file an FIR online, right?
online? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
The second question concern, which was a very major concern, I guess, is about children. Like young minds. Like at least we are educated. We know what to do, what side to take. But what about children? Do you
On
have?
Shark Tank, I'd seen like people are coming up with different things for children to work on, like things that look like phones, games that don't involve screen time, and like you can the child can spend more time on that instead of like a phone. Like parents can invest their money on things like that,
Yeah,
which
yes.
will help reduce their screen time.
Yeah.
Yeah, even I feel so. Like, uh, I will like. I think children should be kept away from social media, and I think there's also a limit, right? 18 years something. But like in black people, children, isn't it? There's no limit.
Like keep away from social media.
Like while signing social media, do I need to have some certain age?
Yeah, but that's not always like people don't take it that seriously.
They could just be using the social media that's already logged in, right, on maybe
Uh,
their parents' phone. So then I think like parental controls only, like just don't
Yeah.
give your child the phone at
mm-hmm.
all,
Yeah.
maybe.
Also, like apart from parental control, they should be made aware like why it is bad and what type of like scams that happens. And if like in the like foundational year in the schools, if we teach the children like what are the
Mm.
consequences of social media and like maybe some real life examples, then it will be better to control them.
Yes, yes, yes. Even I agree to this. Yeah. Uh, Also, somewhere we had a doubt about social media and messenger. I used to, did you like actually I also don't know like what is the proper difference, but I just said that WhatsApp is a social media. But is there any difference?
Like I'm not sure, but I think WhatsApp was considered as Messenger before this, like the status feature was introduced. Like earlier, it was only for messaging, right? So I think now it is social media before Meta's indulgence, and before that, I think it was just Messenger.
Yeah, anything to discuss on the topic social media is good or bad? No,
We've
right?
covered most of it.
Yes. Yeah. So this was our GD, and the next topic that we shall we conclude? Uh,
Already done. You can
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
check on the internet if there are any other things.
Yes. So the next next thing which we do is we go on ChatGPT or internet to find more points which we missed on which we might have missed. So we take
Yes.
1 minute to go on internet and we'll be back.
Okay. This will be for our respective topics only, right? Like
No,
if I
no,
was
no.
against having
Both the main
both
topic.
ways.
Yeah, both ways.
Okay.
Like you can even hunt for more better examples. Maybe like whatever you want in 1 minute. You just research. Just a thought came to my mind just before we go on. Like we could have mentioned I and Teresa that we are having the debate because of social media. We did not mention that. Like somewhere we could have used. Okay, just go on internet. Well, need more time.
You can.
Yeah, please, go ahead.
uh, Under advantages, like there's a lot of educational content that's available, so people don't have to invest a lot of money in expensive coaching or things like that. They can do it from home because of social media. So that is one point we I think we missed.
Yes. Ayush.
From the positive side, maybe like the community building where like-minded people can come together and learn certain skills, share their progress, and like have an accountability to grow together. And from the negative side, maybe we should have spoken a little bit more about privacy concerns and cyberbullying.
Kim.
Yeah, on the positive side, I would like to add storage of memories. Like, for example, if there was a picture I posted like maybe 10 years back, and now I've like changed my phones over the years or something, and I've lost all those pictures. But on social media, if I go into my archive section, I can always view those, those memories that are being stored, that will be stored there forever. So I
Those
think
are
there's a lot
permanent.
of, yeah,
That is a
permanency of memories, that part of social media.
Yeah.
I don't really have any point. Like I had the same on community and privacy, which is covered by Ayush. But I have something to say. Like what exactly is social media? Social media refers to online platform and application that allows people to create, share, and interact with content. So WhatsApp is a social media because we can create groups and we can share our content. GPay is not a social media because its whole purpose is to send transactions, like send money, get payment. So yeah, this was one thing I felt to mention. Yeah, that is it. That was our debate and GD and discussion on the topic social media, good or bad. Okay, yes. Thank you all, and thank you Triza, Kim, Ayush. It was a great day to have all of us. Bye.
Bye.
So bye. See
Bye.
ya.